Israeli troops pushing further into Gaza City as they target the underground tunnels and terror machinery of Hamas. Trey Yingst live in southern Israel this morning for us. Hi, Trey.
Hey, Dana, good morning. It's been 1 month since that massacre against the Israeli people here in southern Israel. And today, the Israelis are bringing the fight back to Hamas inside the Gaza Strip, pushing deeper into Gaza. I do want to just show you the level of destruction behind me. You'll see some dust there rising up from the Gaza skyline. The Israeli forces are operating in the distance in the northern part of Gaza. As you said, they are working to destroy the tunnel system and command centers of Hamas. We do know that overnight, the Israelis say they destroyed one of those command centers and recovered a number of anti-tank guided missiles and other small arms. These soldiers have been operating around Gaza City and working today to try and develop a humanitarian corridor for the civilians, thousands of Palestinians that still remain in the northern part of the Gaza Strip. This video here shows civilians waving white flags. They were escorted by Israeli tanks on the main road, the artery from the northern part of Gaza to the southern part, an opportunity for those who didn't heed the previous warnings to get out of harm's way. We've seen today Israeli attack helicopters and drones in the distance. Despite a reduction in the number of airstrikes as this evacuation takes place, those infantry troops are still operating on the ground, not only searching for the 240 hostages the Israelis believe are being held in those tunnels, but also trying to kill any Hamas leadership still in Gaza City. Dana, Bill?
Trey, I had one question. So in that video you just showed, the people, those are, who are those people that are all marching there together?
So those are Palestinian civilians who live in and around Gaza City that didn't take the previous warnings to leave. And now as the Israelis are pushing deeper into Gaza and are expected to start sending units into the center of Gaza City, they're trying to get those civilians out of the way. So this is an evacuation of civilians. The Israelis say that they are going to continue trying to get people out of the way as they push deeper into Gaza.
I see. And also I wanted to ask you about this. Prime Minister, are you all right? Okay. Prime Minister Netanyahu doubled.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have my cameraman pan up here. You can see one of those attack helicopters that we were talking about. It's been going back and forth and actually firing into the Gaza Strip as we speak. And Yaniv, our cameraman's going to pan up here so that you can see that helicopter as we continue to talk.
All right, I wanted to ask you about Benjamin Netanyahu. He apparently said, I'm not going to play the soundbite so we can see this video, but he apparently said that tactical pauses are considered and have been done. And he said that we've had them before. I suppose we'll check the circumstances in order to enable goods, humanitarian goods to come in, or our hostages, individual hostages to leave. But I don't think there's going to be a general ceasefire. I'll give you a chance to comment on that as we see this helicopter that you're showing us.
Yeah, look, in that interview with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, it was illuminating for a number of reasons, and two main reasons come to mind here. First of all, he said there will be no ceasefire. You may see a small pause in the fighting to allow more humanitarian aid to enter the Gaza Strip. The Israelis understand they're facing Western pressure to make sure that those 2 million Palestinian civilians receive the much-needed medical support and the aid that they are in need of as this war enters day 32. The other has to do with Netanyahu's comments about what will happen after the Israelis push deeper into Gaza. He indicated for the first time that Israeli forces will stay for an unknown period of time inside the Gaza Strip. They will occupy Gaza. And this will be used to secure and stabilize the security situation on the ground. But it raises new questions about how long Israel will stay and if they do have an exit strategy.
All right, Trey Yingst, thank you. Be safe there.